Well, hello, Python 2 friends. This is the solution for warm-up number 1. Now, this solution doesn't this time have any of the challenges with it. I'll add those in a later video. But if you were just working on the base solution, here is one way, probably the most common way to solve this problem. First, we're going to have initialize a variable here, response, just like we were asked to. We're going to initialize that with some input from the user, and we kind of gave you that string up here to put in. Now you're going to ask, are you a dog person? And our dog, and notice that we have this string. We're using this string literal here. The literal is all the string that's in the middle. We are putting double quotation marks around that to indicate that it is a string. The problem becomes when we have to use these quotation marks inside the string that is delineated by 2 double quotation marks. Now we could change these to singles, but the more professional way to do this is to put a backslash in front of the quotation marks that we just want to print, and then they will print. So this is called escaping a character, and that means that a character that might be used to delineate a string, here we just want it to be a character and not do anything else. So I put a backslash in front of all these that have quotation marks, and you can see as we go through, they're all in here. And then when we get to the end, you'll notice that this ends the string, so it matches up with these quotation marks over here. So we don't escape those. That's telling us what to print. All right, so we gather that response, and then we were asked to go through this series of questions just to test conditionals, make sure that we remember how to do, to put a colon and have a hanging indent and all that stuff. And also want to show you just a real quick nested conditional that we actually didn't put in the directions, but it will be good for you to see. So here we've gathered response, and when we run that, let's see, where is run? Right here. When I run that, it's going to pop this up here, and I can go, I can enter dog. All right. And it's going to say, what breed of dog is your favorite? And here, since the response did equal dog, I've initialized another variable, because when I asked you to ask what breed of dog their favorite is, you could have just printed that out. You could have just said, what breed of dog is your favorite? But like I said, I left off part of the directions, because I wanted you to do something with this. And basically, we could put in what our favorite is, and I could say an Aussie. All right. And then the program's just going to stop after that point, because this was true, so the rest of this doesn't even run. All right, we're going to come back to this in just a little bit and do something with that breed that wasn't in the directions. Now, if we run this and dog was not the answer, and we put in cat, when we get back cats don't care about you. I don't think that's always true, but maybe for the most part. And then if we run it again, it's just going to go down to the true, whichever one of these is true. So if we do both, of course, it's going to run. Oh, that's incorrect. Both. It says you're an animal person. And of course, if you put not, it's going to say, how could you not love puppies? Probably, how could you not love puppies and kittens? And then the last condition is, if all these are false, then anything else, notice that we don't have a comparison here. Anything else that's true is just going to print, I didn't understand that. And so let's just run that, and we'll put in some gibberish. All right. And boom, it says I didn't understand that input. So this is the basics for what we asked you to do here. It doesn't have the challenges on it. Now, let's say that we wanted to add in another question. If they did respond dog, we wanted to ask them, what's your favorite breed? Okay. And if we say if breed, let's say if it equals, they like pugs, I'll say pug, then say print, I have a pug. Okay. All right. And then if it's anything else, not a pug, print. I bet you'd love to have one of those dogs. Okay. So now, if we run this and we answer dog, it's going to ask us what breed of dog is your favorite, and then it's going to check only if dog is true. Like if they want a dog, only when that's true will this stuff run right here. Okay, so you got to be able to do a nested conditional on your quiz and on your test, and nested just means that this conditional from 29 through 32 lives inside of the conditional here with the if response equals dog. So let's just run this and check that it works, and real fast. So I'm going to put in dog. What breed of dog is your favorite? I'm going to say pug. It says, oh, I have a pug, and then it stops because that was true, and then this was true. And let's just test the other condition real quick. We're going to put in dog again, and I'm going to say Aussie. And it says, I bet you'd love to have one of those dogs, and then it stops. And then one final test, let's just make sure that if I put gibberish in again, it says I didn't understand that input. So it didn't find anything that's true, jumps all the way down to the print statement, do the else statement, and then stops. Okay, those are the core skills that you need for this. And again, I'll add some more solutions in to talk about the optional challenge.